Mina Aissatou Smile Cissé, NCD Sierra Network Canada campaign for Human Rights Development International Head Office concerning the joint press conference we then get for Old today with the 244 terminated staff from Statistics Sierra Leone. Now we dey go inside the hall, outside the press conference they take place.
It's okay, it's okay. All right. All right. It's okay, it's okay. Hello? Yes. I very well know that we as a citizens, some of us are aggrieved because of the circumstances that we are subject to in our own country. But this event is a press conference. This event is not a demonstration. But however, we recognize, your right to display these banners, placards. However, we decided to organize this event to put our message out to the government of Sierra Leone about the conditions, the 244 people from Statistics Sierra Leone are subjected to in this country. It is a breach against their own fundamental right in our constitution and also the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So as a human rights organization, we are concerned and we want the government of Sierra Leone to address these right-based issues immediately. So however, we'll be having few speakers to talk on these issues. We'll be having, two people from Statistics Sierra Leone and two people from civil society. And so we have Mata and Ose, from Oseko from Statistics Sierra Leone. They will be here as well. Mata will be talking about the procedures that was used for them to be kicked out inhumanly like that because they were put in a dungeon-like and called them by roll call and asked them out in front of their other colleagues. So that was, degrading treatment, and which is against, their fundamental right in this country. And no Sierra Leoneans, as the law doesn't allow any Sierra Leonean to be subject to such inhuman treatment. They are Sierra Leoneans. They are not a second-class citizens of this country, and they should enjoy the full rights of the constitution of this country. Other against that, our organization will kick against any administration who believes that human rights should not be recognized, and will teach any government that human rights is not a barometer. Nobody will measure the rights of citizens in this country. So, Mata.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Masake Kuroma. I'm a former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. On the 22nd May 2019, 244 of us were terminated without any due process. We have channeled our complaint to the different complaint mechanism bodies, such as the Ombudsman, the Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Labor, and also other state actors like NGOs. Some of us had worked in that institution for over 16 years. We have been trained and are well experienced. Some of us had masters in mathematics, in statistics, economics, and relevant subjects to work in that institution. Furthermore, all of us who were terminated are pin-coded staff.
Exactly.
We are here this morning to formally inform the general public of this country about the unfair and unlawful treatment we have been going through from a state institution called Statistics Sierra Leone. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we're going to have Oseko, and Ose will be talking about the current, conditions that these citizens, have been subject to in their own country. Oseko.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning, my fellow Sierra Leoneans. I am Ose Cole, Chairman for the terminated staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. I'm here this morning to inform the entire citizenry of this country about the deplorable condition of life that we have been led into by the Statistics Council and Malam Usman Sankor, the Statistician General, whom we call AKA Malam O. Now, since our termination in May, we have not been given our terminal benefits for 7 months now. And this has led to lots of problems in our homes. We have got broken homes, wherein husbands have fled from their homes for being unable to take care of their families. And also, wives have abandoned their husbands because they could not take care of them. Is this justice? We have also lost 3 children. We have Josephine, Bokari, and Musu, 7, 8, and 10 years. We lost their lives because their parents could not afford adequate medical attention for them. When we were working on Statistics Sierra Leone, we had a chance to provide medical facilities for our kids. But these 3 kids lost their life because no proper medical attention was given to them, as their parents have been dismissed from their work. And we have lost our colleagues also. We've lost 2 of them. We have others that are presently sick. One got an accident and is hospitalized at Moemba. Those that died, to prove me right, are from Bombali districts and Kwenatugu districts. Now, we have been to several places. We've been to the Ombudsman, and the Ombudsman has proven them wrong. We have been classified as second-class citizens in our own country. Is this what we voted for? We want to ask the government and Mr. President, His Excellency Julius Madabio, is this what we voted for? I believe no. We should not be taken as animals in our own country. We should not be seen as aliens. I believe the treatment that has been meted to us has proven that even animals are better than us, professionals. Now we are asking Your Excellency and the entire government to please look into our situation, as up to 7 months now we are suffering. Some of us have been eating dried rice. Some of us have been suffering adversely. We are calling on you to please urge the Ministry of Finance to give us our benefits. We need our benefits now. I thank you very much, and may God bless this country.
All right. Thank you very much, Oseko. And now we have Abib. He's another civil society leader.
Must go.
Okay. This is a press conference. So now we can listen to Abib. He's, one of the civil society leaders in Sierra Leone, and he has been involved into this matter as well. And so Habib also will give us a short talk.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abdul Karim Habib. I work for the Network Movement for Democracy and Human Rights. Our interest in this matter is this justice. We want justice for all. Justice for every citizen of this country. We know very well our president campaigned on one particular issue, to fight against corruption. Injustice is one particular arms believe that is corruption. So we want to ask the government, the president, to look into these people affairs. They are Sierra Leoneans, they are citizens of this country, they are suffering, and we want peace. These kind of acts, we promote hate, we promote, enmity among us. So it means that when these people are suffering, 144 citizens of this country, 244 citizens of this country, multiply that to their dependents. It's more than maybe thousands. They are suffering. Our government, we are asking, we stand for justice. We want peace to continue in our country. Now our peace is fragile. Please, we want to maintain peace. For that reason, government of Sierra Leone, His Excellency the President, Julius Maada, we are calling on you and your government to please pay these people. They want to eat. They are hungry. Thank you very much, people of this country. Let's join to minimize corruption and also promote peace in our land. Thank you very much.
We decided to champion this issue. We are not part of the labor union in this country. We're a human rights organization, and the issues that these people have been subject to is a human rights violations, from state actors. We have state officials who have been working recklessly, arrogantly at the Ministry of Finance to deny these people their benefit to be issued out to them, and treating them like they are not members or citizens of this country. They are Sierra Leoneans, and if you claim that these people were hired illegally, you shouldn't do illegal thing of getting them out of, the process. But then some of these people, they are accusing that they were hired by the previous administration in this country. No, we have people who have worked, for Statistics Sierra Leone for over 16, 17 years. Sure. And we know the previous administration only spent 11 years. So what are they telling us? If they have their indifferences within the government system, they don't need to spill that over to the citizens of this country.
Thank you.
People who have nothing out of their own malice shouldn't be, a victim of their own circumstances. So now we're giving the government of Sierra Leone 22 days to address this issue. If they fail to do that, we are already in consultations with our other partners, to see that if the ECOWAS Court will be the last and the best remedy, to address this social injustice against, the 244 citizens of this country. We believe that, this treatment is totally unfair and it is against, their constitutional right. Even though the government of Sierra Leone doesn't recognize the right to work as a fundamental right in our constitution. Yes, they may argue that section 7 under chapter 2, C and E, might be given a latitude. But then other countries who believe in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights directly recognize the right to work in their constitutions. We have a poor labor law. Government and private sectors are exploiting citizens in this country because of the weak and poor labor laws in this country. Nobody is safe in this country when it comes to employment. We are all at risk. It is time for us as a nation to ask our leaders and hold them accountable that we need protection. We are not animals. We need protection. Even animals in civilized countries, they have protection laws for animals. So we, as human beings, we should be protected as well, at our place of work and our home as well. So we'll end this, press conference here. I'm giving the government of Sierra Leone 22 days, 22 working days. If they fail to to address this issue, we'll be having an open opportunity to channel this matter at the highest level. We have already engaged the International Labour Organization. We'll use our ECOSOC status to ensure that the UN bodies that are responsible for right-based issues are well informed about this issue. We thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Mina Abdul M. Fatoma, I'm Chief Executive for Campaign for Human Rights and Development International, CHRDI.
We see today you get a combined press conference with the 244 people where they terminate from statistics Sierra Leone. Now, I want to know what prompt you for do the joint press conference here?
We want to let the public know the human suffering where these 244 people then they go through, and based on the arrogance and recklessness of some government officials in this country, and for let the public know say. We get people that we don't so far, social injustice in this country. And we call on government in attention for letting them address the situation immediately, because they don't wait for 7 months. They don't lost 3 of the members then. 3 of the members they don't lost them picking them. Some they don't become homeless because they cannot afford, the rent, for their homes then. So this is a human rights concern. So as a human rights organization, we are concerned, and that's the reason why we try for do a joint press conference and inform the general public about the plight and conditions of the Sierra Leoneans there.
We want to know what are some of the reasons the way then we make them terminate them from statistics.
Well, we're not able to get any fundamental reason yet from Statistics Sierra Leone. Statistics Sierra Leone say these people they're incompetent. And they say, they be over-bloated during the previous administration. But people then they will suffer this termination. We don't work since, the other administration before the previous administration come into being. And we get people that we get, we work for statistics for 16, 17 years, and they don't go at the rank of directors. So if you say you discipline somebody for this, but then you hold on the terminal benefit for the past, 6 months. We believe that it's just not fair. And that's not the reason why we step into this matter.
And 7 months now since then do the termination. We want to know, you not think say the time late way you take up this responsibility for this press conference and also urge the government?
They may explore other avenues. Now law-abiding citizens then go through Labour Congress, then go through, the Ombudsman, then go through Human Rights Commission, then go through the Ministry of Labour. They don't explore all, state mechanism, situations. But then still not able to gain any redress. So then turn to we as a non-state actor organization, when a civil society organization, for see if we can able to get them, their entitlement. And so in the process of doing that, we don't hold several meetings. I don't meet with the Accountant General, I don't meet with senior officials of, Ministry of Finance about this issue. But still they remain reluctant, that say they don't want to address these people, the issues at all now. So maybe the president is not aware, maybe, the general public is not much abreast about this situation. So, as an organization, we believe in advocacy. We try for channel this, through that means.
Okay, and then people are so way they don't terminate. So right now, you don't give government 22 days. You don't give government 22 days ultimatum. If the government fail for work with them,
like I said, we did in consultation with partners them, for see ECOWAS court will be the best remedy, because Sierra Leone not agree for ratify the African Human Rights Court, so we cannot take them there. So the only option we will get open to we now the ECOWAS court. So we talk with partners them. The moment we get the required, logistics and other thing, after the 22 days, if the government fail to address them, we will use all channels. We are UN ECOSOC status organization. We can bring something up to the UN Security Council, and so we go do that. We do that when violence been done at this country. We write to the International Criminal Court for let them eyes on Sierra Leone, then we document that. will be used with connection again, through the UN resolution, where we the benefit from. So then we might as well use such provision in this issue if the government fail for address the plight of these people.
So we have a word of encouragement where you go and get to then 244 Sierra Leoneans there where they don't terminate, and also their family.
Let them go home and remain law abiding, and continue for respect the laws of this country. Now I make when we start the press conference, I tell them, say, this is not a demonstration, this is a press conference. So let them endure the pain we endure through several months, and let's see if the government, go work and provide, the service for them within, these 22 days.
Thank you very much. Welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Mina Matake Koma, Mina be the former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone, and Mina be the acting head for foreign trade section.
How many years you don't work for Statistics?
I don't work there for 8 years.
What is the reason we make them terminate on a contract?
Well, from waiting they say we not go through due process, but which for we on side was not true, because our jobs were advertised, we go through interview, and we were called up we were given that appointment.
So what is the reason we make una join today this organization for get this joint press conference?
Well, actually for now we don't see say they don't really, we have been treated unfairly, and they don't trample upon we human rights, and so therefore we they call upon the government for me they able to see say some of them people they also they pursue say some of them they inside government, but some of them they are not government members. So now make we self don't decide say we for come out with a very loud voice and put a voice so that the whole country go able to see what we they go through as now.
What on they really they ask the government for?
We just want with terminal benefits, because we don't left they don't sack we since 7 months now, and nobody not give we a cent. So we just want with terminal benefits, and may we see say we able go we own way,
So how that don't they affect una since they terminate una contract?
They don't really affect we greatly. Personally, they don't really affect a lot of homes there as we speak right now. A lot of homes there have been broken. Some people they don't die through this process, because right now if you don't get money for going to hospital, trust me, nobody not even look after you. Pikin they're not able for go school, even though they say like free education there, but you need the money for buy uniform for your pikin. You need the money for make sure say you give your pikin food. You need the money for make sure say you give the pikin lunch. So if all of them things are not there, the pikin not go able for go school. They go feel very much bad, and as we speak right now, most of the pikin then are also they're not able for go school as we speak right now.
So what is the message we go on for central government and viewers?
Well, we they try for call upon the government, especially the president of Sierra Leone, when Dr. Malabio. For me, it really come to we aid. We na Sierra Leoneans them, and we see say in the person before it come into governance, it also be the preach say, and go make sure say every human, every person where they Sierra Leone will be treated fairly. But as we speak right now, we are not treated fairly. And we also call upon Fatima Bio. We see in a campaign against women, hands of women. But trust me, look at me as a woman. You understand? With all my requisite qualification I don't get. I get masters in mathematics and statistics. And for many people I just can't pull with just like that. I feel say some of them people I really need for come and make and put the whole thing straight.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
My name is Ibrahim Toure, former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone.
Okay, you'll be part of the 244 workers that Statistics Sierra Leone when they terminate.
Exactly.
I want to make you tell me why they terminate on a contract.
With termination of the contract lead to as a result of the bad politics where they play in this country. On the 22nd of May, we go for work. At around 12 in the afternoon, just call we in our conference and be issue out termination letter to everybody that we go not come. What is right now determination as a result of that we not go due process, which is very wrong. all of us in State Sierra Leone, we go due process. So the new council the new chairman appointed by president, the new chairman, women for understanding, in a former employee of Statistics Sierra Leone, I be director. In retirement age reach, he be refused for go, never want go. So as a result of the grudge you get for the office, when the president can have power, he make a way out for be the chairman of the Council of Statistics. He used that opportunity, terminated everybody unlawfully, without no due reason. This is the only reason.
Before the termination, they be inform una?
Never, my sister. There was no information given to us.
So how many months now wait and terminate?
7 months they go now, no benefits, no salary, unlawful termination.
So how that don't they affect una personal life?
Seriously, my sister. As I talk to you now, me picking and able to go school this years, my family member and the staff, as they see me this morning I don't get nothing for it. They suffer, my family they suffer. Me now the only dependent and be get from that job. Now I don't go out of job. Everybody in my family they suffer. Great.
So what actually una they ask for to the government?
Would they ask for to Papa government? May help we. We want justice. This we unlawful termination. We then terminate we. This termination, not legally. It's unlawfully. It's out of griefs. Would they ask Papa government for give we benefits? As we don't in our house for 7 good months. This is our 7 good months. We don't in our house. We they suffer. We they perish with family them. We not get benefits. We not get salary.
So waiting at the message we go on for saying now they are to Papa government and viewers.
Are they ask Papa government? Are they grieve on the indulgence? Are they beg them? I'm on my knees. Let them pay with benefits. Or people that they suffer. Or they ask for terminal benefits for 7 good months. Let them pay with benefits as people that they suffer. And we also ask Papa government that make them go into statistics and find out the injustice termination when they do to we. We need justice. We want our jobs back.
Thank you very much. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
My name is Timothy Jusu. I'm born from Kailao district. And me na terminated staff from Statistics Sierra Leone.
How many years you don't work for Statistics?
I don't work for Statistics over 8 years. And I go Statistics, then make their advert during the past government. I apply for this position and I go for interview and then they take me. When they take me, I go 6 months. After 6 months, then give me confirmation letter as a staff now. Me now a pin coded staff, but when this government can now, and Malamo, Williams, with them grievances, I don't know what happened with them. Then just one morning, we just go to our office. Then we sit down. Then say, "Look, all go down na the conference hall." We go inside the conference hall. What do they see now? Then they give we letter. Then they sack we. So they ask them now, what happened? Because they don't ever notice we. What he make? Then they sack we. What he make? What he will do then? What in the crime they won't commit? They don't want to query me. You know, and they don't want to query me. Me, especially maybe then at the CPI section for the inflation. Now we'll be then at the CPI section where we'll be they collect the prices from the markets then. Me be attached for the Western urban area for the CPI. Abadi market, Kutoro market, Fisher State market. We in a own location of allocation on the job side and we'll be they go collect this data. We they can submit it at the office, then do the analysis, then disseminate them for let the government make decision.
So why you think say they terminate you?
Because of what did they write per me letter where they say they sack me for? They say in due process. What is the due process according to the labor law? The due process for the labor law. Now when somebody they just say somebody and go put them. They no go for interview, apply for the job, go through the process way for go. But this wire now unlawful termination and terminatory, they just want for strenuous Sierra Leoneans with a poor Sierra Leoneans.
So how that don't affect you personally?
It don't affect me, not me Andre. Me, it don't affect me. individually, it don't affect me family them, me picky them know they go to school. And not only that, even me family, me dependents from Kailaho district, they are suffering. People are suffering. Again, we get people in the Kailaho district where at least then they harbor from me. When racists in the cover, they send. We send, we message them to people them. Tell them, say, these are the things that are happening to us. These are the reward of the president, Mother be home. So it affects me.
So what exactly una dey ask for?
When they ask me, they ask the Mother be your president in government for say Manamo and Pa Williams, where it don't care go na statistics. Let them dish them because now they one of them people then they now then therefore for criticize this government here. Now then therefore criticize this government here. Because that thing they are when they do so, then they try for criticize. They go tell the people that say, the people that when they sack, the people that when they sack, now people that when they on contract. According to the information what they collect, I'm pink coded staff. I'm pink coded staff. My sister.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Amina Amadou Bari, former terminated staff of Statistics Sierra Leone, CHRDI department.
Why you think say they terminate you now statistics salary?
Only the small English that in them pull we with when they say we not follow due process. And this due process exactly we never understand up to now. Because if you tell somebody of due process, I feel say that somebody make the terms and conditions for enter into the job. But then just feel say them for pull we because of their own system or their own regime. And this of course we want to tell them say we as Sierra Leoneans they're not gonna right for pull we because we go through the advertisement process, we serve probation for 6 months, then later then go with confirmation letter.
So where they don't terminate you now, will be ever show the letter where they approve that una letter of acceptance?
Well, afterwards, even this chairman the present chairman right now, not to somebody who new in the institution, and somebody who be done the work in the institution. You understand? You know in and out of that institution, you know all waiting that happen there. So not only know they even for Moku tell and say this is the alvat of waiting be happen but by we intake. No. This man know everything. He knows say exactly the institutions that they ever take somebody without advertisement. This is not government institution. We in a public service, we do a lot of things in this country. So statistics to be specific, now a data institution. You know they invite somebody there for can work there without this person not meet the requirement, without advertise the job for this individual. It is impossible. You know they do that.
So how many months how many years, how many months you don't work for statistics?
When I don't work for statistics, I'm 4 years this now added to the termination letter and the terminator month where they don't add up. We're now the 7 month now. I don't work for statistics 4 good years.
Now when they terminate you, how that does it affect you?
Really, it don't affect me greatly. It don't affect my colleagues. It don't affect everybody in the world. Because me alone, I get up to 10,000 people who visit the help upon me. You understand? I exaggerate and so because it's possible. Because any little somebody say was seen as street as a beggar, where beg me, I can usually the pull game. So if they don't sack me, they don't affect up to 10,000 people in Sierra Leone. We make even my people in Kenema and people in Abo all over Sierra Leone. The scrum right now, they don't get nothing for do without me. You understand? We even make me now from Kenya, I'll be done the day. Now of course I get this job, I come out, I come free time, I can't settle. Now from what I can settle, say I never get access for even go back because the neighbor give me terminal benefit. Where this of course we all know say are the wrong decision they take for more than sack we. How that you go sack somebody where you call saying I encoded staff? When they call for the NCRA registration, this NCRA registration where they do was done by Julius Maada Bio, the president. You understand? This is it, and this is my PIN code. You understand? You know go sack somebody if you say get PIN code in this country. You understand? They come out again. Government no go grab exactly it we say. Then people here they not qualify. They begin pay medical fee for them. You understand? This is my medical paper. Well, of course, every year, government, they give me this entitlement to medical. Me woman, me mama, me papa, and me 4 picking the way this I get. You understand? This is one entitlement. Then, if another talk exactly, so we'll go through the process, we get we appointment letter now. Of course, we this and give we will serve for about 6 months before they go with probation letter. This is exactly the appointment letter. Now just the criteria where if you say the state towards the appointment letter, the descriptions based on salary scales, put the basic salary, your housing allowance, the transport allowance, the NACIT contribution, the medical, the annual leave allowance, then the annual leave durations, the retirement benefits, then the retirement age, the duty station. All these are aspects where if you say stated to me as a legal staff of statistics value. But if you can't sack me now, of course, I know will get all these access and facilities. You understand? Then you can't sack me up to now. Look at me age now. My sister are not even 30. You understand? But because of I'm well trained and qualified, I get my qualification, I meet my terms and conditions. Me, I get business administration in national diploma. Then I also get BSc honors in development and economics. So if you tell me say exactly I'm not qualified, I want to see exactly why you give me all the access and possibility and opportunity. Say I for serve in an institution. You understand? Then you come out again, you don't see government on the pay for NACIT for somebody for how many years? You know, if you say all this are waste of resources, government resources. For cancer, up to 250 something staff and statistics Sierra Leone. Without, of course, we don't pay all them dues they have to them. You know, if it's a waste of government resources, you just can't sit there one girl and you take a decision. And this woman has been on. The man just come, he can't begin to we say, we they pull on all. The first day when Madam Bio appoint him. It's a plainly say, we they can't pull on all. But we think it was a joke because we think say, it's not possible in this country, a public service and civil service, for men to just pull a one gidi. And somebody, of course, if you say, it gets a PIN code where government on there and say, this is a registered staff. My sister, as I tell you, this PIN code where they see this NCRA registration paper, if you go there, you assign say you're not staff, and you're not public service, or you're not civil service. As soon as you give your name, if you're not eligible to that institution, believe it, you need to accept you. As you give your name for the registration, you need to accept it, they reject it immediately. You understand? And this, of course, we don't go through this process. Why is it that for country we say we are not qualified?
So what exactly you they ask for?
Me, one, this is a benchmark we want to make in Sierra Leone. If we really stop, you understand? One, we ask government, one, the illegal, pull where they pull out the institution, one tell them say that the wrong decision, and if we reverse this decision back, you understand? Therefore reverse them because up to now we suffer and we not get no means to earn any job. You understand? We really need them back. We need a job and we want to if you say they don't pay for up to 7 months, up to now we know we get access to payment because we understand say we salary and they on suspense. And as I tell you, my sister, you can't believe it. After you go tell me say me na a pin code staff, then you don't pull me, you understand? Then you go take other people then newly, you know I want no pin code today, then me on pin code they put on suspense. You understand? You not allow it at all. Say them people here, we forgive them. You understand? Then inside the clause of statistics, then put on inside the constitution, whenever they tap, then pull you. You don't retire. You forget access to 2 month benefits. Then they calculate it for 2 months. Now then people here they can't tell about 1 month benefits. You know if you say this now is 10 to we, you know if you say this now is suffering for we, a young man like we, look at that kind of crowd here. Then people are like young age and this. And these are the youth for tomorrow. Now then why tomorrow we're able to develop this country. You understand? So the ideas there, we not go ever allow an old man for can destroy the future of a young man in this country. It's not possible. You understand? It's not possible. And all the process, so if you say they don't do the recruitment process, believe it, it is really the wrong procedure they use. And I want to tell you, the reason why we apply, because I know say people go and ask, because we don't say we na people that staff. But the reason why we apply, now because we see say we meet the benchmark, and whenever they ask for a job, they must ask for a job experience. And we don't serve the institution for 5 years, some don't serve it for 7 years, some don't serve it for 10 years. Then since they meet the job terms and conditions, so now make them reapply back. And since we reapply, believe it, we know able to not intake. The job begin take now by Sababu.
Okay, after we then terminate, they ask you for loan and reapply.
That's the show, they ask you
so
for reapply.
Apply.
We apply.
So now we apply, they don't take any £1 now.
It's not possible. The 5% where they take is by sentiment. Then believe that these are their people. Now people they every say go able to run 1 2 moves so they make them call them back. Now people they every say then they feed now house now they use back for enter this institution. You understand? And we there against them. Even the promotion where they do as I tell you. Then get somebody right now if you say now somebody if you don't know the day when they call director to me now if you say you get Bible studies. You understand? Believe it, don't meet the terms and requirements. We could talk and clear. And the position when they indicate for being deputy SG, then at the clause, what's the advertisement when they put for them? They say if you don't get PhD, you know they get her. But there's somebody there right now when they call director Johnny. He's heading that particular as deputy. Right now, as I tell you, he don't meet the terms and requirements. Because he is only earning 1 master's. Where of course the terminated staff, they will get people here with double master's holders and other positions. So why is it?
Thank you very much. Welcome to this interview. Your name and know that you.
Yes, my sister, how are you? Me na Yaya Kanu, and me na a former terminated staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. Me na the driving department na there Adema.
How many years you don't work there?
I don't work statistics now. Me 6 years from 2013. Now they then give me my appointment letter. I go on probation for 6 months. From there, now they I get me confirmation say the institution I work well. Now they then confirm me say me they want me for let I take the office in duties.
So we see you be part of this press conference where this civil rights society called today. I want to know what exactly you they ask for.
Mom, as we they say in Statistics Sierra Leone, since we can witness this press conference and the sack and sack we now unlawful sack, because we no do nothing at the office, and we don't know nothing what we do. Now one morning we just got them call we at conference hall, then go give it termination letters. What happen? What did they stay? Because nobody know able to talk to we. What did they stay? They say we not go due process. And office of the ombudsman, we don't go all them process and they say not to win at default. If we not to win at default, and now the one day where ABC now then recruit we, and then same people are where they recruit we. When Akane, it was the finance and human resources manager by then, it's still lady now then recruit we. And Bob Johnny, where ABC now part of the management where they recruit we, then people are then still lady. Now just a cross section of the one day where they employ when are the director where they not get influence to this government, now they then push away the directors. Then because of them get influence to this party, then the same people are where they employ we. And also this Pawili when are the council chairman, this part come with grievances because we get to understanding say if we don't work at the institution, we not meet and they go wait, he retire. And no one for go when in retirement don't reach. All the issue that they say no, you don't retire, you get for need another young man and for let them come in. So when they don't go, they get these grievances. When this government come, they get in way out for go back and statistics because the government thought and fit say this man be don't work there for let go structure this place.
Okay, so what exactly you they ask for the government? What
we they ask now justice we they seek from Papa government. We they cry to them because we they suffer well with family. As for me, they talk to you, so my sister, you know they believe. I swear to God, not to by talk, na garage they sleep. I don't get side for sleep. Me master house don't drive me. Me family in a village. Me and me God, with all sincerity, me picking and in a village. I know able to take care of me picking in a garage and they sleep. I swear to God, me master house give me notice. I don't move all meetings and just scatter they out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Taylor, former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. I just want to talk small on the consumer price index when at the CPRI maybe day. While like each district began more than 3 data collectors, Bo, Kenema, McKinney, and Connor, when they terminate way, right? But like now after with termination, they only take 4 people then for collect data in these 4 districts within a month, which is not possible. We got more than 450 items in the CPI basket. Even though we dey free on here, we supposed to collect data for Eastern, Western, and Central within a day, each day. So like we can find a difficult sort for every complete time within a month. Now they don't take 4 people then for collect data on that particular CPI product. I just want to tell the president and the development partners they say now copy and paste right now the paper because on no account then they're not able. You take 4 people there for collect data now 4 districts there within a month where it be say each district for the people there for collect the data there now 1 month they supposed for take day. And for instance like you for dey for a month you collect na supermarket. Now the middleman power and the layman power. For example, like you get free tire, you get Dove Court, right? You get supermarket, then you get Abacha. Now by stage we dey collect this data. But like the chairman they misinterpret the thing, say we forgo collect data and market to go na the supermarket. It not qualify for no but CPI, not sabi but CPI. When are the consumer price? What we dey? Some of we don't dey for more than 4 years. They don't train you, don't sabi. So like even the inflation where they pull, if they pull on this month, it is not correct. Correct in the sense 4 people they're not going to go collect data and that 4 districts there within 1 month. They're not they going to the right place there. In fact, those guys now free on their base. They're not sabi the outlets them now the provinces them for collect that particular data. So far as this interview concerned, my sister, that particular data where they collect is not correct. I stand by them.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As you don't listen to waiting the director for Campaign for Human Rights Development International, when Abdul Fatoma, and also some of the staff then where they terminate from statistics alone, don't talk about the reason where then think say they terminate them, and also the director don't talk about waiting a want for the president do for them. Me wake up with this program to today. Me your name na Aisatu Smiley say. Until we meet again to another press conference, I say tata.